Peter wakes up early. No alarm, no vibration from his phone, no sound from the street, just silence. At first, it feels pleasant, like a rare day off. He lies there for a moment, staring at the ceiling, listening. Nothing. The city usually hums. Cars, voices, sirens, life. Today, nothing. Peter sits up slowly. The air feels different. Clean. Still. He walks to the window and pulls the curtain aside. Morning light floods the room. The street below is empty. Not quiet empty. Empty, empty. No moving cars, no people walking, no one waiting at the bus stop. Peter blinks. He checks the time. 7:42 a.m. Everyone's late today, he jokes to himself. He goes to the kitchen, turns on the kettle. The click sounds too loud. He pours coffee, sits down, scrolls his phone. Still nothing. No messages. No updates. No signal. That's when the first strange feeling appears. Not fear, confusion. Peter steps outside. The door closes behind him with a heavy sound. He walks down the stairs. No neighbors, no footsteps, no voices through walls. Outside, the city looks frozen. A car is stopped in the middle of the road. Driver's door open. A bicycle lies on its side. A bakery sign blinks. Open. Peter walks inside. Bread still warm. Lights on. Radio playing quietly. No one behind the counter. Hello? He says. His voice echoes. He takes a piece of bread and leaves money on the table. It feels important to do that. Outside, the wind moves, leaves across the sidewalk. Peter walks and walks and walks. He checks apartment buildings, shops, offices, everywhere. Signs of people, shoes by doors, phones on tables, half-drunk coffee cups. But no people. By noon, Peter sits on the steps of a museum. He exhales slowly. This isn't funny anymore, he says. No one answers. The afternoon passes quietly, too quietly. Peter finds a library and sits inside. He reads, sleeps, wakes up, still alone. At sunset, he climbs onto a rooftop. The sky is beautiful. No smoke, no planes, no noise. The city below looks like a model. Perfect, empty. Peter feels small. That night, he sleeps badly. Every sound wakes him. Wind, a distant door slamming. In the morning, he wakes up again. Still alone. Days pass. Peter starts to create routines. He wakes up early, makes coffee. Walks Lucky, the dog he found wandering near a park. Lucky never leaves his side. They explore together. Peter talks out loud now. Not because he's lonely, because silence feels heavier. He records videos on abandoned phones, writes notes, leaves signs. Someone was here. Peter was here. Day 12. Sometimes he laughs, sometimes he sits on the floor and stares at nothing. One evening, he finds a piano in an empty house. He presses a key. The sound fills the room. Peter plays badly. But happily, music feels like proof. Proof that he exists. One night, rain falls. Peter stands in the middle of the street, looking up, water on his face, lights reflecting on wet asphalt. The world is alive, just not with people. Weeks pass. Peter changes. Not weaker, quieter. He learns to enjoy small things. Sunrise, warm food, Lucky sleeping beside him. One morning, Peter sits on a balcony with coffee, the same way he did on the first day. He looks at the empty city. I don't know where everyone went, he says softly. I don't know why I stayed. He takes a sip, but I'm still here. The wind moves the curtains behind him. Somewhere, a bird sings. Peter smiles. Not because he's happy, but because he's alive. And for now, that is enough. The days stop feeling numbered. Peter no longer counts them. Morning arrives when the light touches the walls. Evening comes when the city turns gold. Time feels softer now. Peter learns the map of silence. Which streets echo the most? Which buildings feel safe? Which places feel heavy, like memories that aren't his? He avoids those. He prefers parks. Grass grows taller. Trees look healthier. Nature doesn't seem confused by the absence of people. It simply continues. One afternoon, Peter finds a cinema. The doors are unlocked. Inside, rows of empty seats face a massive screen. He turns on the projector. An old movie starts playing. People laugh on the screen. Crowds, voices, noise. Peter sits alone in the center row. At first, it hurts. Then it doesn't. It feels like watching another world. A world that existed, that maybe still exists somewhere. He leaves before the movie ends. Outside, the sun is setting. Peter realizes something that surprises him. He isn't afraid anymore. Not of being alone. Not of tomorrow. Fear needed uncertainty. And now, everything is certain. No one is coming. No one is calling. So he builds meaning himself. Peter paints signs on walls. Not warnings, messages. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You mattered. He knows no one will read them, but writing them feels right. One night, he lights candles on a rooftop. Not for anyone, just to see light dance. Lucky watches quietly. The stars are brighter now. Peter lies on the concrete, hands behind his head. I used to want more, he says. More money? More people? More noise? Lucky sighs. Peter smiles. Now I just want tomorrow. Seasons change. Leaves fall. Snow arrives. Peter learns how to stay warm. He moves to a small house near the edge of the city. It feels calmer there. Less echoes. Sometimes he imagines footsteps behind him. He turns. Nothing. And that's okay. One morning, while fixing a radio, Peter hears static. Then, a sound. Not a voice. Just interference. But different. Peter freezes. He adjusts the dial. Nothing clear. Just noise. But his hands shake. Shh. Not from fear. From possibility. He doesn't chase it. He doesn't scream. He just listens. The sound fades. Peter turns off the radio. He sits quietly. Hope, he realizes, doesn't need proof. It only needs space. That evening, Peter cooks a proper meal, sets the table, 2 plates, then laughs, and removes one. He eats slowly, enjoying the taste, enjoying being here. Before sleeping, Peter writes in a notebook. If someone finds this, he writes, I wasn't waiting, I was living. He closes the notebook, turns off the light. Outside, the world breathes. Somewhere far away, maybe nothing has changed, or maybe everything has. Peter doesn't know. But tomorrow, he'll wake up, and that is enough.